Welcome to the very first Whovian Society,
Yes.
a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Charlie.
Let's talk about Doctor Who.
Let's go. Whew.
Right.
The best thing to talk about.
So, this is quite a spontaneous affair.
It is. Because, I mean, I basically just wanted to express... we're both huge Doctor Who nerds, obviously, as you can tell, because we're making this show. And I just thought
we were talking about Star Trek.
No, really? Oh, damn. Oh, mate, you're in the wrong place there. 'Cause I've never actually watched Star Trek. Never seen it.
Have you never seen Star Trek?
There's better things out there, you know? It's Doctor Who.
Even I've seen Star Trek.
I've seen clips. You know what I've seen? I've seen a comic strip where the Doctor meets Patrick Stewart, his character's called. I don't know
They
what it's
did do that.
They did do that. That's the only bit of Star Trek I've seen, really. Because
You've not seen the J.J. Abrams movies?
No, man, no.
What?
Mm-mm.
Those are huge.
It's just never really. I don't know. It just looks like Star Wars, but a bit a bit boring, really. Like just a bit less plain.
There's no lightsabers.
Yeah, very much. They're just floating in this ship, all in military costume. Just there's one guy that's in charge, and everyone's like following him. Like it's just like. It's just I don't know. I'll give it a try. Just because you said that now, I'll give it a try.
Hopefully there are no Star Trek.
Yeah, I must have offended a lot of people. Well, you never know. Maybe in the future there'll be a Star Trek podcast where maybe you never know.
They're almost definitely.
Maybe after this podcast,
we're not the only Doctor Who podcast. Let's be real.
I thought this was a completely new original idea. Which no one's ever done before.
We are like 200th down the list.
I know. Well, that's what I got the idea for. I saw all these videos, people talking about Doctor Who. So I thought, you know what? I've got so much to say. We've both got so much to say.
So
it's all we talk about.
I suppose we we've got to talk about the elephant in the room. Did you know that Doctor Who is 60 this year?
Whoa! No way. Are you being serious?
It's quite a.
The show's been going for 60 years. I didn't know that.
It's quite a landmark of.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
the diamond anniversary.
Is there a 50th anniversary?
Oh,
They've done that.
Yeah,
Damn.
That was 10 years ago. Funny enough.
Oh yeah. It was called the Doctor's Day or something.
Close enough.
Yeah. I'm not actually this oblivious, guys. I actually do know what I'm talking about.
It's just a character.
But, yeah. It's just yeah. Well, aren't we all
the guy that's oblivious to Doctor Who doing a Doctor Who podcast?
Yeah. You have to teach me a few things. So I've never. Yeah.
So we.
So obviously 60th anniversary. Well, tomorrow actually, because we're recording this on the 22nd.
We're recording this a couple of days early. It's going to be the first one we put out, and we're going to put it out on Friday because I'm lucky enough to have a day off.
Imagine that.
So I'm going to do the graft. I'm going to do the hard work.
Do the grafting. Well, I just have to sit back, relax, and just
reap the rewards.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like, we really like that Charlie, but that Chris. Not sure about Chris.
Yeah, well,
it's like, well, I'm doing the work.
He's just the man behind the computer, basically. I'm the doctor. You're just unit. You're just
great.
You're just
not
unit,
even the brilliant.
Unit
as a whole.
You're just Malcolm. You're Malcolm. You're Lee Evans. Right. If ever, hopefully they've got the reference. People are watching this. Otherwise, I'll be disappointed.
I'll be shocked.
Yeah. But 60th anniversary.
60th anniversary. So we just decided that we thought this first episode, we should just dedicate it to our hopes, our dreams, our expectations.
Because we don't know anything about it yet.
Yeah, for the 60th anniversary.
The bits and bots.
And I think we should just go special by special. Maybe we should talk as a whole about it, and we'll go special by special because I think there's something to talk about with each special, really, based on what we know. But I think
so many leaks, so many teasers, so much misdirection with it, and it's like a whole year of it, whole year.
I think let's just go with our general feelings about it. If my general feelings probably would have changed throughout the course of the year. There was times where it felt like we were not getting anything, even though we
weren't getting much.
So even though we've had more reveals and filming announcements than ever before, it was kind of like we got the title reveals in May.
Yeah, so you kind of think they were delaying it.
And to me, it kind of almost felt like...
it was a good tactic for them, though. Yeah, because a lot of things reveal so much too quick. Like, you look at Marvel, they just reveal the trailer, they reveal the plot, reveal the villain, and Doctor Who's done it very well. They just kind of they keep you on your toes, you know. I
do get why we're getting them all over consecutive weeks in November.
Yeah.
But there was a part of me, like, and like,
when did they finish filming it? It's quite early on, wasn't it?
Last summer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Summer 2022.
Well, maybe it just shows there's a lot of editing to it. Like, they've probably had to crack down a lot of editing.
I mean, these episodes must be good.
Oh, yeah. I think... Yeah.
They've had enough time.
They've gone above and beyond, I think. I think they know it's good. Like, I'd be so disappointed if it's not. But it's not going to be bad. Yeah. I know, I just know.
It can't be.
Yeah, it can't be, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean, we've known before the title reveals, but there was a part of me that kind of almost felt like you're getting David Tennant and Catherine Tate back for 3 specials. It almost felt like they should spread them out over the year.
Yeah.
I
do like it. It's just all in one month. Though. It's kind of like
I do like that it's weekly.
It's like Christmas just comes early.
Yeah, it feels like a mini series.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But
I think because it's such a long wait, I think it's right for them to just give it.
But there was also like if they had done it gradually, you could have almost treated each one as this insanely massive thing. Whereas now it's like, yes, they're all individual. But it's very much treated as we're getting 3 specials over 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think there was definitely the possibility to go, let's have one in spring. Let's have one like, you know,
yeah, they said it
let's have
when they
one
first like talked about
November.
It. They said it might only just be one episode when they first like came together. Catherine Tate did 10 studios. They were like, it could only be one episode. It might be a flashback. So I think they kind of got the most they could out of it.
The flashback idea. I thought
I'm glad they didn't go with it. I'm really glad they didn't go with it.
So am I. But I thought this was a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
Because apparently they've talked about doing that in the past before, like before the 60th, and I was like, that's weird. Like when did that occur?
I think the same. If I ever did have to do the 60th, my idea. Of course, I planned this in my head like a billion times, but like back when
all the Doctors.
Oh yeah. Well,
even the ones you haven't seen.
Pretty much, man. Like I think someone else had a similar idea on YouTube. I might have nicked it. I don't know. I don't really care. Anyway, but basically, a series. Each episode would be a different Doctor. So it would start with the first Doctor having an adventure, and then the second Doctor would be the second episode having a similar. And they have a similar theme basically. Have like the same arc as a normal series would, and then it comes to the final Doctor in the end. And they'd all come together to solve the main villain. That's my idea. But then, I've never heard of budget apparently because that would not work.
Also, have you read my mind?
Really? I think I have. Maybe I have. Maybe I have.
I've been saying for a while that a really cool spin-off idea, because I've heard lots of people talking about how they're coming back just because David Tennant's coming back. And I have a concern of once he's gone, people will just drop off again.
I don't think they will. They've got a current actor.
People should stay because I think Shooty Gap was going to be amazing.
I think everyone loves him. They know from Education.
And it's Rusty Davies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's Disney Plus. That's like the most current thing which you can possibly get.
But I thought a cool spin-off idea would be an anthology series where you have each episode is an adventure with that a particular Doctor. And what made me came up with this idea was Christopher Eccleston has said before, if you want me back, get me, just me. Like he doesn't want to do the multi-Doctor thing.
Yeah, he hates
Capaldi's not interested in the multi-Doctor thing.
It sucks. That's such a shame.
But I think like if you want to get these actors back for like a story in live action, do an anthology series where you do a snapshot adventure from each Doctor, and at this point,
but isn't that basically Big Finish?
But in live action,
I know what you mean. Yeah. But in this scenario, budget doesn't exist. And how are you going to do the older Doctors? You get other actors to play them like.
David Bradley does the first Doctor.
They can easily get someone with background on. His son is like the same.
Sean Pertwee is.
But he wouldn't do it. He's multiple times. He said he wouldn't do it, but he could do it. That's the thing.
He's dressed as his dad for Halloween.
Yeah, Sean, if you're
got the costume.
Sean, if you're listening, you know, come on, mate. We're playing that.
I love the Third Doctor.
Yeah, I do. I love the bondness of him, the gadgets. Yeah.
But I mean, you don't necessarily have to stick to doing all of the Doctors.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could go.
Or Matt Smith, just come back to one. Yeah.
I think you could go.
I mean,
alright, we got Paul McGann, we got Matt Smith, we got Eccleston, we got Tennant.
Yeah.
There's your mini series.
Yeah.
Everyone would kill.
I reckon they were considering that at a point because obviously it was like the Jodie Whittaker era. They kind of just like, right, what should we do next? We need to do something to fix this. And I think they probably did consider something similar to that. Something different from the usual.
I mean,
it's going to be a villain, an arc.
That's probably why we got.
Well, that's what I was thinking the other day because in the interview they were like, "How did you come back? How did you decide to come back to the show?"
Oh, is this the group text thing?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that is. I was kind of thinking as a lie though. I do kind of think that maybe.
No,
I don't know. No, maybe.
I don't think it is, and the only reason I don't think it is.
I mean, I have a feeling the BBC just pushed Russell to come back, and he eventually went right. I'm coming back. But only if I can do X, Y, Z. Like,
I think what it is there is some truth to that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm not calling them a liar. So, I'm not trying to out you guys.
A couple of things that, like Russell said, this is why you should like. I'm just going to subtly promote Doctor Who magazine, buy Doctor Who magazine because it's like great. A gold mine for things like this. But Rusty Davies has said, he said two things. One is. That he was in a group chat with David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Catherine Tate apparently was the one that suggested it originally. And it was during like the lockdown tweet along stuff, which was great fun.
I guess during COVID.
Yeah.
I guess.
And
it's not bad.
Russell.
Because they come back for like audio.
Yeah. And Russell approached the BBC because the BBC didn't know what they were going to do. Once Chibnall and Jodie left. And he approached the BBC saying that Catherine Tate and Dave Tennant were interested in doing
and the BBC something. Were like, we'll definitely do. I mean, they're going to say no. They probably thought it was too good to be true, actually.
And I think the story goes, the BBC offered Rusty Davies to come back as showrunner.
Yeah.
The really interesting thing is, and this is in Doctor Who magazine, Russell lists out everything that he had as like his conditions to coming back.
Yes.
One of which was having all of like Doctor Who media available on BBC iPlayer under the Whoviverse. And I was like, you bloody legend.
Absolutely.
I was like, you absolute hero.
No, that was one missing. It's like it just had the modern series. I mean, the spin-offs. It was like, what is Doctor Who? You can't.
But that's why.
I'm glad they got Sarah Jane back.
That's why it's really hard.
Well.
It's why it's really hard to keep it in the public consciousness because you don't have a place where it's all just readily available.
Well, especially with other things like MCU, Star Wars got their own universe. I think they kind of got to keep up with the trend.
Also, the Whoviverse, great name.
I love it. The intro.
Oh my god!
Beautiful. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, Doctor Who, he's not meant to be like this." But no, embrace it. Why not?
It's
getting with the times.
A bit of people going, "Oh, it should, it should have the Doctor Who theme in it."
No, and that's for the show. That's for the show.
It doesn't
that's
need
for the actual.
It doesn't need that because then if you're gonna have, like, let's say we watch The Star Beast on Saturday. And it opens with the Whoviverse logo.
Then I'd be pissed off.
Right.
Yeah, then I'd be annoyed.
Well, no, I don't know. Like,
really? I don't know.
No, I think
I think the actual show should have.
So I think if it opens with that, like a movie, right, where it opens with its production logo, pre-title scene, and then the Doctor Who title sequence. That's quite cool.
Okay. I see
then it's like the.
Yeah.
If we're drawing MCU.
I guess
parallels. That's what it's doing.
But they don't want to be too like MCU, you know. They don't want to be too Marvel. That's the one thing which I always liked about Doctor Who is just it's its own thing, you know.
I wouldn't be shocked if on BBC One there is no Whoviverse logo. I'd be shocked if on iPlayer there's no Whoviverse logo in front of it. I honestly think every new episode
I do love
thing
Virgil.
will have the Whooniverse logo.
Yeah. What do you think? What the spin-off didn't and tell the TARDIS? I guess that's kind of Isn't there meant to be another spin-off? With I heard somewhere early on that it was going to be a spin-off with the villains.
There's been a lot of rumours.
Yeah, I guess but the villains of Doctor Who. There's meant to be stories about them.
Yeah, recently Rusty has said most of the spin-offs that have been rumoured are inaccurate.
Oh, they are. Okay. Right,
which includes the Unit one, which I thought was the most likely.
But to be honest, I kind of see that didn't happen because.
Well, I actually thought that was going to be the Torchwood replacement.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's basically just Torchwood, but a bit more serious.
There is something to it.
There is. There's a lot of history.
Get Gemma Redgrave.
It's fair.
Great.
Yeah. And Lee Evans should come back.
The rumoured.
I love Malcolm.
The rumoured lead cast for that show was going to be Gemma Redgrave.
Osmond.
Ingrid.
That's it.
Oliver.
Oliver.
And Freema Agyeman, Martha Jones. Oh my God. You put Martha Jones in the spin-off.
Oh yeah, then everyone.
I am watching it.
Yeah. So there's no doubt.
I love Martha.
Yeah, I do.
Great character.
I reckon she should come back in the new.
She's got to do something.
She's got to. Yeah. I mean, I think she would. She's still, doing her own thing. She's still current.
Yeah, she's still around.
So I mean, she's still around.
She's up for it as well.
Yeah,
she's done conventions and fans have asked her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah, she came back to Torchwood Lad, so it was great. I would like to see Torture come back, but I don't think they can do it without.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I was going to call him Captain Jack there, but they can't do it without John Barrowman, really. And then obviously controversial.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 60th. The 60th.
Yeah, we've gone on a wild.
Yeah, I was around with a little.
So I suppose let's break it down. All right, we've got 3 specials.
Yes.
We've got the Star Beast. We've got Wild Blue Yonder.
That's what we know. There might be something else. You never know. It might be a mini-sode in between. Who knows? You can't.
I don't want to doubt.
You can't. That's what I mean. You can't.
But I think it's going to just be the
yeah.
And then
you never know. I hope.
So we actually do have synopsises for all 3 episodes.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Vague one for the second one, right?
Super vague one.
What's the synopsis for the second one? All I know is a spaceship.
It's something like they're.
Yeah.
It's just super vague. I think it's like
they're
in a.
Yeah, they're trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
They're trapped somewhere. Yeah. It's the Doctor and Dollar mate.
It's the most vague synopsis ever written.
Yeah. Well, on the Instagram, they put a blue box and a spaceship in the caption. So, I mean, that's all we know. They could be in a blue box, which would be the TARDIS, but then the TARDIS has run away, apparently, according to the trailer.
The Star Beast has a synopsis, but it's
also... that's the one I'm most clear on,
it's also based off a comic book. That we just know more about.
Have you seen this new...
And then the Giggle got a synopsis recently.
Has it?
Which kind of confirmed a lot of things that people have been speculating.
I kind of got a bit of a synopsis from the trailer.
The synopsis talks about how a laughing puppet has brainwashed the world, and it's a fight that the Doctor cannot win.
Ooh, okay. Because I knew it was like the human race is being controlled.
Sounds so interesting.
Yeah, because the
and the puppet is...
She says, how do you fight the human race?
The puppet is Stooky Bill, which, if you know anything about Stooky Bill, Bill is the when TV was invented. TV was invented by John Logie Bird.
Oh, is it the creepy puppet and the the technical glitch? Oh, is it that?
So the very first TV. I'm thinking that's a little bit later on. The very first
I do know you're
TV broadcast is this puppet that they had to blast with light, and apparently it just melted over time because they were just hammering it with all these bulbs.
That sounds quite.
And supposedly the toy maker is using that to brainwash all of the human race.
I wonder how they're going to explain. Obviously it's a different actor from the one in the 60s.
Apparently,
are they going to Oh really?
Yeah, Rusty Davis said in the Doctor magazine. There's a flashback featuring Michael Gough, who played the toy maker in the 60s. When I read that, I went, "What?"
So,
I was like,
is he still alive, Michael Gough?
No,
he's not. So it must be archived or
it's
they kind of make it look like he's a different scene.
It's one of those moments where I've gone, I know Disney haven't put any money into the specials.
Yeah.
But it feels like they have.
The thing is, nowadays you can do so much without a budget. You think about it, like.
Can you?
Well, you can if you really try. If you really try, you can. You can. There is so much
the
technology
struggles
out there.
of my
There-
fan
yeah,
series
well,
there.
yeah, well, that's something we make it work, you know. We obviously can make our own films and stuff, but yeah, like we make it work. It can be done. It might not be very good, but it will. But well, the thing is, they've done it before in the Moffat era. And
there is definitely an increased budget because Russ T. Davies says a lot of times when he's asked,
just look at the quality of the 60s.
When he's asked about what the difference is, he often goes, "Well, the budget."
Yeah.
First response was like, "Yeah, I see that."
Well, you know what it is? The specials they look like a feature film, but it looks like Doctor Who at the same time. Like with the Jodie Whittaker era.
I do think the Jodie Whittaker era looked
had great visuals, but it looked too much like Star Wars or like the lens. I wasn't a fan of the lens flares and all these like I don't know. It just didn't have that Doctor Who feel to me. You know what I mean? Like with the end of like Series 10 had great effects, great visuals.
I love Series 10.
And it wasn't like I love Series 10. Yeah, it wasn't like over the top though. You know what
I am
mean?
a Capaldi lover.
Oh yeah, so much.
I don't like Series 9. I'll admit that.
I like episodes.
But Series 8 and Series 10, I will defend to my dying breath.
Yeah, no. Series 10 is beautiful.
Series 8 is a great launch for Capaldi.
If they continue,
and Series 10 is when Capaldi is really in it.
Oh yeah, they continued that vibe, Series 10 for the next few series. I think
it's hard to do though when you're relaunching the show essentially.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing it's one of the things that I really love about Doctor Who as a whole is it knows how to reinvent itself.
Oh yeah.
It's a reinventing show.
That's why it's just been around for so long. Right?
But so
specials.
The specials. Let's start with Star Beast, the one we know the most about.
Yeah.
Do you know the comic book?
I haven't read it. I know about it. I know there's Beat the Meat. There's a little alien who's lost in Earth.
Yeah.
And it's got the Fourth Doctor in it.
Yeah.
And
it's got a character called Fudge who's also in this special.
Oh, see, I don't know who Fudge is. I need to. Yeah.
So I haven't read it either, but I'm the kind of nerd that will deep dive onto
yeah. I've seen bits of it, but
to the point where it's like I might as well have just read the comic book.
Yeah.
So I know.
It's like when you watch a video on TikTok or Instagram, it's like explaining the film. You're like,
the full story.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly how that story starts.
Okay. Yeah. Is it basically just copying? Well, he's not going to copy it, but it's like adapting, isn't it?
Yeah. Judging by some of the reviews, I think a lot of the stuff around Beep.
Yeah.
Or as they're calling him, the Meep.
Yeah.
In the comics, he's Beep the Meep.
Is he? He's not an evil. He's good, isn't he? Oh, right. He turns out to be.
Spoiler warning.
Oh! Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. In the comics, what is he like? Okay, yeah. Don't say anything. Don't say it. Zip it.
If you don't
want to hear.
I'm shocked. You don't know that.
I thought he was like. He's quite a cute, innocent little.
Do you want to know?
No. I kind of guessed he's evil now.
I'll show you a photo later.
Okay. Yeah.
It's actually brilliant.
So he's actually quite damn.
It's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
I will flash up
So,
spoiler
good
warning.
question though. Do you think in the Star Beast, do you think the comic adventure is canon? So do you think the Doctor go, I recognise you?
No, the comic adventure
is not canon. Oh, okay.
It's going to like decanonize.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Which
I was going to say.
I don't think is a insanely terrible thing. I don't think people are going to be.
There's so many comic book adventures which don't make sense in the canon.
What was really amazing to hear, and I've had this a lot because I've seen lots of interviews with Russell and David recently, and Russell said that when he came back, he was like, I just wanted to do a really classic Doctor Who adventure, and the Star Beast just really lends itself, and it does.
It's I think it's a nice way to ease it in. For
E.T.
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
That's
right.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is David said he remembers receiving that first script and opening the first few pages, and he goes, I read this comic when I was a kid. He immediately recognised
he knows,
it. And I was like,
well, he's like the ultimate.
It's just like that's the thing. It's like you always want your Doctor to be a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And David really embodies that.
Yeah, that's one thing. But Joe, I guess you could say Matt Smith wasn't a fan either. But I don't know. I just don't feel like Jodie Whittaker was connected to. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't think she likes.
She admits it though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And
I think it was a very random.
And I think she's really good with the fans.
Yeah.
Like she's really good at like.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like
being
the Doctor essentially.
Yeah. I feel like she was just
it is
a textbook Doctor.
Yeah,
like she was just typical.
Yeah, there's a lot of
like someone created a character design.
Yeah, there's a lot of
website, and then that's the 13th Doctor.
There's a lot of just like you can see 10 in her, you can see 11 in her, you can see 12 in her. There's a lot of like you could just see a lot of the modern Doctors.
I didn't see any 12 in her. I don't think there was much 12 in her
as a 12th Doctor lover.
I thought she was just an exaggerated version of 11,
a little bit of 12, but like later 12, not early 12, not 12 where he's like, am I a good man?
Oh yeah, not all.
Or am I a dark
she had none of that. yeah.
More of the like kind of series 10, 12 where he's kind of come to realise he is a good man.
Yeah. The redemption.
Yeah.
I guess she kind of you look at it like that. She did. There was a few references, wasn't there, to the 12.
Yeah, and obviously like she that was her previous incarnation.
Yeah,
so there is going to be a little bit of hangover initially.
True.
But so Star Beast I think is going to be very much cut and paste, classic Doctor Who.
Classic, but
I think there'll be some very exciting
I think the ending's
stuff.
going to be it's so interesting.
So
are they going to end it on such a cliffhanger? I reckon.
The reviews.
Wow.
Right. Every review I've seen has been 4 out of 5 stars. Right.
Ooh.
And that always intrigues me because I always like to know what's like the thing that holds it back. And they're all saying like, oh, it's return to form, blah 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 blah. Rushed ending.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, rushed ending.
Okay.
Which is really interesting because there's 3 specials. And Rusty Davies has.
I thought the ending would be like a smacker. Where
he does have a habit of rushed endings. But then listening to him on Radio 2, he was on BBC Radio 2 yesterday, so the 21st, and I listened to it today at work. It was him and David Tennant. Really funny. I recommend it. If you've got BBC Sounds on your phone.
I haven't watched this one actually.
Download the BBC Sounds app.
Right.
Listen to BBC Radio 2. David Tennant, he does the traffic with the traffic guy.
Right.
Really funny.
Right.
Just like that. There are bits that are just not Doctor Who related whatsoever.
Okay.
And it's just comedy gold.
Yeah.
But something that Rusty Davies said that I was like, I don't think they'd said that before.
Yeah.
I was like, that feels like new information.
Yeah.
It was something that I feel like I kind of assumed, but he'd been saying for a long time that the 3 specials are self-contained, they're individual, and I was like, that's really interesting because.
Well, Doctor Who can do that very well.
But
that's what it's always kind of done.
It's really interesting because with like the whole bring Donna back and everything, it felt like there was meant to be a larger thread. I think he did say though on this interview, each special ends with a cliffhanger that leads into the next one.
That's what I mean.
And I was like, so they are self-contained, except
I reckon they do link.
They
to each
all
other.
connect.
Yeah, well, it's like the series, like most series, are their own solo episodes, but there's always like a theme. Like series 4, the darkness is coming. Series 6, isn't he dead in the future? Do you know what I mean? It's always something.
I even think,
but it doesn't affect the story that much.
I even think the giggle will end on a cliffhanger that leads into the Christmas special.
Do you think
the Church on Ruby Road?
I think it's gonna be I think it's just gonna
But I think it'll be
like.
But I think it'll be a cliffhanger that's Doctor connected. So it'll be like Shooty connected.
Yeah.
So then when you see the Christmas special, it's like you could not have seen that.
Yeah.
And still get it.
Okay. Interesting. I think Star Beast is going to be like a solid Doctor Don reunion series 4.
Cut and dry.
Yeah. Basically, it's just going to be like the Donna Noble family.
I don't know if you've seen
what's Donna up to nowadays?
I don't know if you've seen any of the clips for it.
Yeah. But
there were some clips that they put out there of
gold. You know what I thought interesting actually? Have you seen a clip of the unit soldier knocking on the door and he's like, "Can I come in?" or let me in or something.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then it was like
David
Tennant's like, and he
Can you
opens the
repeat that?
shield. Yeah.
Not today, thank you.
And the soldier's got like these alien eyes. So that's interesting because what's going on there? Is that going to be related to the giggle where everyone's controlled by this one thing? Or?
No, I know what that is.
Oh, well, don't tell me. Don't you dare tell me. So
it's again
okay.
the comic book.
Oh, okay. You know what it. Oh, okay, right.
I know what it is.
So, interesting.
So I can't wait because we're gonna watch it together. On
yeah.
So I can't wait because I didn't know.
He knows a lot more.
Charlie didn't know this little about that comic book. I thought everyone kind of knew.
Well, I know the basis of the comic book, the basics, but I don't know the details. Which I kind of like that. So I want to go into watching it.
It's gonna be an interesting
with a fresh view. Yeah, I don't want to know too much about it.
It's been a long time since I've done a Doctor Who watch party.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
last time I held.
I've never done one.
Yeah. Last time I held a Doctor Who watch party.
I've only watched it with my mum.
Last time I held a Doctor Who watch party was for The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Oh yeah. And then you never had one.
And my friends went, it looked good, but it was a bit crap. I was just like,
wow. No, it was great. Great. I mean, no, I watched it. It was a solid start. Then
I don't think it helped that it didn't have the intro. Like it didn't have the.
Yeah.
I thought it was a weird choice.
Yeah, I do kind of like that intro. It's like
I do like
reminiscence of the first
classic.
Doctors. Yeah. The weird.
I like that theme.
What are they like? Weird
the
things. I don't know, what do you call it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So the Star Beast.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
It is exciting, but
I think it's going to be a nice watch. It's not going to be too confusing for new people to go into.
Yeah.
But I think it's just going to be classic Doctor Who. Saturday night.
The two things that I'm most excited about seeing, and they sound like really stupid considering it's Tennant and Tate.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about seeing the new title sequence.
Yeah,
because.
But do you think it's going to be the series 4 one?
No.
Remember they introduced the type of thing.
Because Russell said it's not.
Oh, good. Because I thought it was
new
going to
title
be
sequence.
Okay, cool. It's going to be the same one as the Shooties one though. Do you think?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like. So I'm excited.
I think it'll be quite similar to David Tennant's original one because it's.
I think it'll have some.
Or maybe I reckon for
similarities.
Shooty Gatwas, it would be like Tom Baker's because he got the Tom Baker logo, didn't he?
Yeah, I hope they keep that logo for a while.
Oh, I love that logo. When I saw I think
they should keep that logo for at least a decade because you're trying to build the universe. You're trying to build a brand.
Yeah.
So it's like you've got to keep a consistent.
Well, they can
logo.
tweak it a bit, but it would be the same.
But like that diamond shaped logo, it's a really iconic looking logo as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Loads of people are like, oh, that's the Paw Patrol. No. Doctor Who came first. Thank you. Yeah. But you know what I'm excited to see?
But I'm excited to see that, and I'm also excited to see, and I didn't know I was excited to see this again until I listened to the BBC Radio 2 advert interview. Russell said, we're seeing the new TARDIS interior on Saturday.
Oh, it's going to be good.
We've not...
Finally, a better TARDIS one.
We've seen some leaked concepts.
Yeah.
But we've not seen
I hope it's
any
better
photos
than
of the actual...
leaked concepts, because
I don't think it'll be as white.
I hope not.
The leaked concepts are so white.
But I do like the white, because it's like the classic Doctor.
I like the because the console looked a little bit more reminiscent of Smith's second TARDIS and Capaldi's TARDIS. Love that console. One of my favourite.
It kind of had a little like David Tennant TARDIS.
Yeah.
The console look.
I love that clean.
Yeah.
The
grand
with
space.
all like the deliberate controls.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It looks like a space machine, not an organic.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Spider.
I like the grungy 9 and 10 TARDIS.
Yeah.
Grew up on that TARDIS.
I mean, I like it.
I do like
it's
that
not my
TARDIS.
favourite though. It's not.
But
I quite like the madman scientist.
I'm a fan of like the clean aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like the
same.
classic era had a lot of that as well. It's just.
Yeah.
It's just. It looks like a time machine.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I guess the David Tennant or like 9 and 10 was quite like mad, wacky scientist. The hammer and the the weird keyboard and
perfect for post Time War.
Yeah. That's true.
TARDIS,
Yeah, but I did like Series 5 when it was just fresh, you know, no raggedy, clean suits with bow tie and a nice clean TARDIS.
I'm not a massive fan of that TARDIS.
See, I'm a fan of it because I grew up on it.
It's too weird.
It is very weird. I like, you know, I don't like the how big it is, but I like the concept.
It's why I love the redesign when we get to the Snowman so much, because because with the original Smith TARDIS, it feels like they don't know if they want to go grungy again.
Yes.
Or clean cut.
Yeah. It was a bit
got a bit of an
weird.
identity crisis.
Yeah. And then the 12s was just complete.
It's an interesting...
12's TARDIS is beautiful. You can't deny
the orange lights.
Yeah, the orange and the yellow.
It's
beautiful.
The bookcases
and all the
well.
purple and blue on the console. That's just like,
it's a dream.
I like the bookcases. That's like 8th Doctor, 7th Doctor.
The bit when Clara walks into the TARDIS at the end of Deep Breath and he's sat in the armchair.
Yeah. I like that. It's just such. It's who he is. He's an old man. You know, he's an old time traveller who's just chilling. He's, you know, reading up in history.
so good.
But the thing, Levin's TARDIS, I did like the little things on the console, like the what did it have, like the typewriter and the like the weird little gadgets. It was quite like childish, but I like that.
Yeah, but it was just a bit too weird.
Yeah, I was growing up, I loved it, but
it's an interesting set.
Yeah.
From the perspective of like when you look at it, you open the doors and it's like immediately presented with like stairs to a platform and there's stairs that go.
Yeah, I like the under bit as well.
It's an interesting.
He's doing all the cables and he's. You know, I like that.
Yeah, it's an interesting build. It's just a really. Strange...
I didn't like the you know the back of it where it had like this little platform and a wall which went. That was a bit too much. There was like if you look at a picture of it, it's like a yellow wall. These triangles coming up, and sometimes you go behind it. Yeah, I thought that was a bit too much. But yeah.
Was it a comic relief for children E special where Rory's underneath the TARDIS and Amy's wearing a skirt? Standing on top.
It is, yes. That's where the TARDIS goes inside the TARDIS.
Like, that's too much.
Yeah, that was very Stephen Moffat.
It's like there's a lot.
I think Stephen Moffat actually just did that a lot though. He just kind of like screw it.
Without I don't want to get too bogged down in like politics,
the detail. Yeah,
right? But like you get people that are so irate about having a trans actor playing a character in upcoming hit, right? Yeah. Saying it's not appropriate for kids. I would argue a comedy skit implying Rory looking up the skirt of his wife.
No, there is so much within Matt Smith's era. It's not appropriate
for kids.
Matt Smith's era was like actually there was complaints that it was Doctor Who was too sexy.
It was a bit.
Right. It was Matt Smith.
I love Series 5.
He is a sexy looking guy. In Series 6, he is like wow, like you know what I mean.
I love Series 5, but he's a bit sexy.
I mean, no, it is. Yeah. You're right. There is a bit too much of it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say it now. Karen Gillan was my first crush as a kid. Yeah. I mean, you can't.
I met her at Comic Con where it only cost £25 an autograph. Now you go to Comic Con. It's like
yeah. Oh no,
she's Nebula now.
I just remember. Oh yeah, she's done well for herself. But I mean, I remember 10-year-old me watching Doctor Who, 11th hour in the police outfit. I was just like, wow. That's when I first realised.
Every boy's fantasy.
Yeah, that's when I first, realised, wow, I like girls.
Again.
Open my mind.
Again. Matt Smith's era was just probably a little bit too sexy.
It was. I mean, towards the end of Series 7, I mean, that was kind of less sexy.
Yeah, although,
but
Clara, I mean, come on.
Oh, it's fair. Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, not as good though as Karen Gillan. But yeah, well, yeah, I'm saying.
For me, I'm not to show my age. I'm slightly older.
Yeah. What are you,
26.
Oh, that's not too much older.
I'm not that much older, but I'm a little bit older.
Yeah, I'm 45. I lived through the era of older.
So I grew up. I actually was exposed to Doctor Who before the revival. So I was exposed to Doctor Who in 2004. I was born in '96.
Yes,
exposed to Doctor Who in 2004. Yeah. I was there for the show relaunch in 2005.
Ooh,
I'm like a diehard New Who.
I was 3 years old. I had no idea what was going on.
My first
crush
as a kid was Rose Tyler.
See, I don't actually
like 10th Doctor and Rose.
Yeah, I know. I hate
really
it. I hate it.
that.
I think it's just like a bit
but
weird.
As a kid,
I think it's really weird because she's 19. The Doctor's 906. How is that normal?
As a kid though, I was just like, this really pretty girl, and all she wants to do is go and eat chips. Like absolutely.
Yes, great.
Yeah. And that's what series 1 felt like. It was just like she always wanted to just go get chips. I was like, I'll go get chips for you.
That's what I mean, Billie Piper's, she's an attractive person. Then, I don't not really mind with type of. You know.
Yeah, and then after that, it probably was an Amy Pond.
Yeah. Actually, I think Martha's quite.
But like, I was because I was quite young actually when Rose left. So although I actually kind of dislike a lot of series 2 now.
It has its bits and its
as a kid,
I
was traumatized.
Yeah.
By her exit. Like,
of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, my first watch, I was still like, God, no, the Doctor. This poor guy. But
I couldn't believe. Obviously, then as I grew up, I got a little bit. I could cope with it more.
Yeah.
But I remember being scared of the Daleks, scared of the Cybermen.
See, I was never scared of the Daleks, but you know what I was scared of? My first memories is seeing a Doctor Who magazine with the human hybrid Doctor Dalek. Daleks of Manhattan. I saw that, the tentacles on the head and the suit. I saw that on a magazine cover, and this is before I actually ever watched Doctor Who. I saw that, and it freaked the hell out of me. I was so scared. I couldn't get to sleep because of it. I was like, I'm never ever watching that show. Well, here I am now.
there are 3 stories in You that scared me, and it was all stories actually that happened before I went into high school.
Oh, okay,
So Dalek in series 1,
okay.
because I thought it's insane that you can have this one thing that can kill
people, I guess,
and just be like unrelenting, and it just seemed, and like it's in this warehouse
chained up.
It's like it's really claustrophobic and.
I do love that story.
Brilliant acting from Eccleston.
Yeah, it was great writing that.
And then,
the Dalek.
Funny enough, Are You My Mummy didn't scare me as a kid.
Yeah, no, you know what scared the hell out of me?
Which was weird.
The silence.
Really?
They gave me nightmare. When I went to bed as a kid,
I was older than you.
Yeah, when I went to bed as a kid, I thought there was a silence standing next to me. I was like, well, if I look at it, I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd forgotten there's a silence. That scared the hell out of me. And that's why I love Doctor Who, because obviously the Doctor came in all swagger, just stopping the silence. So it made me feel safe.
So my thing was, it was Dalek in series 1. It was, and then when we saw all of the Daleks in the finale, I thought, oh my God, we're all gonna die. Then in series 2, it was the Cybermen. Because the actual thought of, like, I could just get grabbed by a Cyberman and turned into one. The
Cybermen actually scared me. They scared me.
It's terrifying.
And
then the third one, and the last time Doctor Who actually properly scared me, because now, as you grow up, you realise it's not real. But the last one that properly scared me, and I kind of wised up when it got to. But I appreciate that Stephen Moffat is the master of this. But it was the Weeping Angels in Blink.
See, I don't actually find them scary.
I don't find them scary anymore.
I mean, they got less scary.
2007,
Blink,
when I watched Blink, I was convinced that every statue was alive.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at a statue.
I mean, the thing about them though, they just send you back in time. And
you have to live out your life.
Yeah, but you're in a world where the Doctor can just go back and save you, surely, right?
That didn't work out for Amy and Rory, did it?
But that's what annoyed me about that finale. Couldn't the Doctor just go back and be like, all right,
it would create paradox.
Oh, the Doctor, he can get around that easily. Come on, let's be realistic. He's done it. He could do it if he really wanted to. I think he's just being a bit lazy.
There was this, like, I've not been. I was never scared on any of Moffat's other creations.
But
that's because I was growing up.
Weirdly, I know it's a terrible episode, but the flesh, they did scare me a bit. When obviously the CGI, I look back at it, is awful now, but the episode, she comes out the toilet cubicle, and her neck expands to that actually kind of scared me.
It's a really dull two-parter. That.
Oh, it is. No, it is. But when I watched it as a kid, I was like, damn.
It has two very cool cliffhangers.
Yeah.
It's the Ganger Doctor in the Rebel Flesh, and then it's the Amy's not the real Amy.
Yes.
In the Almost People, so there's two very cool cliffhangers for a very dull story.
I did find Madame Kavarian, the girl with the eye patch. I did find her quite scary. She intimidated me a bit.
What a nothing villain.
I know. Yeah.
She doesn't do anything.
She's kind of come out of nowhere. There's no relevance. Yeah. But no, the one thing to scare Series 6 is the big dolls.
Oh yeah.
The little two.
I will say.
Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me.
So although the Weeping Angels were the only ones of Moffat's creation that actually scared me as a kid, I'm surprised I was never scared by the gas mask zombies.
Yeah.
That comes up a lot.
Oh yeah. It is scary.
I think it's because it has a really happy ending.
Yeah.
It ends really upbeat.
Yes.
So you kind of feel like, oh yeah, it's a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
But they all live.
Yeah. Everybody lives. Yeah.
But I will say Moffat is the master of taking the mundane.
Turning
into something terrifying. He did them with Shadows with Ash and Arada.
Oh, actually, they did scare me.
Yeah. In Series 10.
Yeah.
Water.
Water's about it's fair, you can't say that's not scary.
The pilot where it's like the puddle stuff, and it's just like
you're
gonna make kids terrified to drink water.
That's true. That's true. I think the Zygons are a bit scary. I mean, I don't go. Oh my god!
It's
they're ugly. I find ugly scary actually. If an alien's ugly, I'm like, I don't want to touch that. That scares me a bit. But in general, horror films I don't find scary. I know the ghost is just a. But I also think I don't know.
As you grow up as well, I think and this is probably why we get along a lot. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm really into film and TV.
Yeah.
And I'm also really into the behind the scenes stuff. How they make it.
Yeah.
So once you see how they make it, you're suddenly exposed to that thing of I know it's not real anymore.
Things that scare me is I know it could actually happen.
Yeah.
I saw this film about
true crime stuff.
Yeah. I saw this film where this couple camped in America, and then there was a big bear outside their tent.
Yeah,
and
stuff
they
like
was like, crap, what? They can't do anything. The bear noticed them, started walking over to them, and started humming and they were like, oh my god, in his tent, oh god. I was like, wow, that scared me. So anyway, let's talking about scary. Let's move on to the second episode, or the second special, whatever you want to call it.
Wild Blue Yonder. This is the one that
name. What?
Yeah,
I can't actually think of what the name.
They keep teasing that this is the scary one. I'm like, what? Really?
How? Well, my theory is it's going to be obviously what we've seen, they're in the same place in this weird spaceship kind of thing. I don't know, and I think it's like a torture chamber. I think it's going to be quite dark. Yeah. I think when they say scary, I don't think it's going to be jump scares and it's going to be dark.
It's interesting that you think that it's going to be in this spaceship for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because our friend that people that will, when I promote this on our regular socials.
Yeah.
Our friend Kenny.
Oh yeah.
Who people know.
Yeah.
He reckons only half the episode's set on that spaceship.
Oh really?
I don't. I reckon most of it is.
Yeah, because they said they filmed it all inside.
Yeah.
And then no one knows, because there's no leaks of it.
But
the first and
filming
the
it all inside doesn't necessarily mean it has to all be in a spaceship.
True, you're right.
It's so difficult to tell.
Yeah, it is. I think this is going to be kind of related to the toy maker. I think it's going to be the toy maker's game, or it's going to be a torture-based game. Because obviously you see David Tennant's like, why does it have to be this in the trailer?
Although apparently that's in episode 1.
Oh, really? I thought it was episode 2 because it was. Oh, that's the thing. You don't know. It's all so misleading. It all looks the same.
And the only reason that
Yeah.
so I heard something that it's more. It's not confirmed that is the case. It's more. The interior lines up with the Wrath Warrior spaceship interior that we've seen.
Okay.
And I'm like, ooh.
Oh, that changes my theories a lot because I thought it'd be like in episode 2, special 2, they'd be stuck somewhere. He'd figure something out to but he realizes the thing he has to do to save Donna or save whatever is going on, solve it, is something which is a big sacrifice.
It would make more sense if that is in special 2.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
But if it is in special 1, I wouldn't be shocked because the synopsis is something about the Doctor having to save 9 billion people.
Oh, is that what it's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
So I wouldn't be shocked if it's he has to do something that is he doesn't.
Didn't Russell T Davies say special 2? They've filmed one of the most important scenes or shots of Doctor Who history.
Yeah.
Yes. What I wonder what that is because what could be so important?
Susan.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I reckon it is Susan. Yeah, that's what I hope it is.
Susan Foreman.
Yeah, that's what I hope. I hope she's gonna come back.
She's not been in it since the Dalek invasion of Earth.
Yeah, that would be such a big. I don't know why they haven't done it yet, but that'd be such a big moment.
She was at the premiere for the Star Beast.
But what if it's she's gonna die or she gets killed? Or what if they just kill her off? They bring her back and kill her off, and then the Doctor that's why he's so furious. That's why he's so enraged. Imagine that. I mean, that would be quite harsh, but
so I do think special 2 is going to involve some kind of having to relive traumatic experiences.
Oh, okay. So going over the
and I think there's going to be a lot of the Doctor and Donna being having to talk to each other about what's happened.
Yeah.
And with that,
so you think he's going to go back? So let's say the toy maker is controlling this episode, but they don't know.
I'll come back to toy maker when we get to.
But say they bring him back
grand
in time.
Theory there.
It's like, right, Doctor, you can save this person if you want to, or you can do it there, or it would be like
I don't think the toy maker is going to be in special 2.
You think?
So I think the toy maker is only going to be in special 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back when we get to special 3.
I reckon he'd be behind.
Yeah. Well, when we get to special 3, I'm going to talk about my grand theory around the toy maker.
Right.
But special 2, I find all the unknown stuff that they've shot indoors interesting. The other thing that's really,
I think it's really good they've done that though.
The other thing that's really interesting is, the opening was shot in public, and Rusty Davies.
What part of that was?
And Rusty Davies says it was shot in public, and no member of the public saw it.
Oh, okay.
How on earth do you shoot Doctor Who in public and no one sees it?
A unique or rogue location that no one could have guessed it would be there.
When he started saying it,
I
was like, oh, maybe this is the bit I saw them film in Camden where the TARDIS is dematerializing and it's Sean, Sylvia and Rose standing outside the TARDIS and Rose shouts "Mum." So but I now think that's the cliffhanger of the Star Beast. If the TARDIS takes off when it's not supposed to.
And
it's very dramatic. And it's a very dramatic dematerialization, which would then lead into the Star Beast, Wild Blue Yonder, rather, where the TARDIS supposedly runs away.
Yonder, what's yonder mean? It's like a... what's yonder? It's like a...
There's the yonder.
The end.
Oh, no.
Like a journey, right? You're yonder, you're yondering to somewhere. Like an adventure. The wild blue.
The other really interesting thing with it...
What's the blue
is... there was an original 5-word title that, according to Rusty Davies, gives away the entire plot.
Okay. You know what?
And I think it's insane that you can have a 5-word title that reveals the entire plot.
I mean, yeah.
Matt Smith's in this one.
Yeah, no, I don't think he is. I don't think he's because he said he's not.
He said he wasn't.
He could just be. Yeah, he said to your face. Yeah. Yeah,
very sincere it was.
He could be doing an Andrew Garfield, but then I don't know. I really, I would jump out my seat.
I know you would.
Because he's my favourite Doctor, And obviously, I'd cry if I saw him.
I mean, it'd be like if Capaldi showed up.
Oh, if Capaldi, I'd love to see Capaldi.
I'd cry like a little girl.
I mean, if they did do it, if they come back, I'd be like, you absolute legends. Like, thank you for actually just giving us that one moment, even if just for a little cameo. I'd be happy.
I mean, I don't think we'll see any other Doctors other than Tennant and Galway. No. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm actually really okay.
Because you don't want it to be the 50th.
A lot of Doctor Who media in recent years has been really deep in multi-Doctor stuff. Well, Big Finish, biggest culprits of it. They do multi-Doctor stuff. They do it well. They do it like every year.
Yeah.
Like,
but the thing is, I think
it's a lot.
A lot of people, like when the 60th was rumoured what it could be, there was all these fan posters about Capaldi with Matt Smith, with David Tennant and the Nine from the War.
It's just quite unlikely.
I kind of like that they've gone away from what people wanted. You know what I mean? Or not wanted, but thought.
Yeah.
Like, because if that happened, it wasn't like the 4 Doctors.
But I mean,
everyone would be like, "Oh, okay, I kind of saw it coming."
All you really,
do you know what I mean? Like,
all you really need is
it'd be the day of the Doctor 2. You don't want that.
Yeah, all you really need is what they've done, which is you've got Tennant, you've got Tate. My brother, right, who is not a Doctor Who fan.
What?
Right?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know.
Is he alright? Get him.
But he used to watch Doctor Who when we were kids, and he watched Eccleston. He watched Tennant. He loved that era of the show.
Yeah.
Right. He still says Christopher Eccleston's the best Doctor. And I'm like,
respectable.
Matter of respect. Fair enough.
He is. Great.
When he heard Tennant was coming back, even he said, I might watch it again.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's a very clever idea from them to bring him back.
That's the thing, you're going to draw people in.
Well, it's a trend really. They bring back favourites.
Yeah.
Toby Maguire, bloody Hayden Christian, Anakin Skywalker, bringing back. Yeah. They're bringing back old favourites, from all these franchises. Even just reboots, old 80s films. Harrison Ford bringing him back, Indiana Jones.
They should stop doing that.
Yeah, they should stop doing it.
I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw the last Indiana Jones. But
I'm going to say something now. I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Never watched it. Never seen Indiana Jones.
Never watched it, man. Been too busy watching Doctor Who.
After Doctor Who, we're having an Indiana Jones watch party. You got to at least watch. You got to at least watch Raiders, Temple, and Last Crusade.
Is the recent one a bit?
We'll ignore Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Dark
Well, that's what they keep doing. They keep just want to make money.
We'll ignore those two. But if you've never seen Indiana Jones, I'm showing you the original trilogy.
Okay,
it's like Star Wars a bit, where it's like if you got to watch the original ones. The original ones are great.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially if you love film as well.
I mean, yeah, that is a big dilemma with me. I'm a filmmaker, but I've barely watched any of the films.
I'm learning more and more.
Be a filmmaker. Yeah.
Starting to wonder why we're friends.
But anyway, I think Doctor Who is doing it well. Like, I think they're bringing back their old favourites in the right way.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just doing it for fan. Well, they have done it for fan service. Captain Jack in series 12, and the special he was in.
You can't deny it. Like, bringing Tennant and Tate back is fans.
Oh no, it is. Yeah, but they've done it right. They've done it in a nice. Well, I haven't actually seen it yet, so I don't know. But I'm assuming it feels like they're doing it right. Russell.
It does feel like they're doing it right.
Feels like Russell knows how to do it.
But I definitely have to reserve judgment till you see it. As excited as we are.
And
I even won't give it a score.
Yeah.
Until I've seen it twice.
Yes.
Like, I'll have to see each special twice. Because going into it on Saturday, I'm going to be like, I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
Like, I'll love it regardless.
You don't want to think of...
I need to watch it on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So I can, like...
I'm going to be watching it all week, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be...
So I can get a bit distant.
It's going to be my comfort episodes. Yeah. But you know what I think? I've got a really interesting theory about Special 2. So, if it is where he's like, why does it have to be this? If that is Special 2, which I hope it is, because I think that'd be suitable for the dark side of the show. Dark side of the show sounds like Star Wars now. I think maybe it's got something to do with his name. So they said it's the most important moment of Doctor Who history. Maybe, in the name of the Doctor.
But they did that.
Yeah, but I think they're going to do a better version of that. Like, I don't think they'd ever say what the Doctor's name is.
But
I feel like it would be like a moment where he kind of has to
But they've done that.
No, but they didn't really. He just kind of like. He was like, "Oh, what's your name, Doctor?" And then River Song just went.
If you go, it's going to be related to his name.
Yeah.
But they're not going to say his name. That's exactly what they did with the 50th.
Well, maybe we'll find out more about why he doesn't say his name. Maybe there's like a whole. Like, we didn't find out nothing really.
I don't think we'll.
I hope. I think it'd be interesting.
Do you know why I don't think we'll do that? Well, why that'll happen?
Yeah.
It's mainly because of how controversial things like that can be for the fandom.
True.
So something Russell T Davies has said is, and this surprised me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'd be much more than like a line of dialogue.
Yeah.
He said Flux is referenced in Special 2.
Yeah.
As is the Timeless Child.
I kind of respect that because I think I do. They kind of just leave it like, oh, the whole universe is
dead.
I think they got to address that.
But I don't think it'll be more than for both those. I don't think it'll be.
It's not going to be related to the
dialogue.
episode story.
No.
Yeah. No. You're right.
I think it'll be something like the Doctor and Dora just sat down talking to each other, and he just like talks about how he's adopted.
Yeah. I would like
he's
to see
had some wild stuff happen.
I would like to see that moment in either one of the specials where the 14th Doctor goes to Donna's like, so what have you been up to? And he's like, well, I was this guy with a bow tie. I saved the universe from.
I had attack eyebrows.
Yeah, I died and then I didn't die and I came back as a robot.
An hour ago.
Yeah. I was a guy with the master shot himself and then oh wow, that's crazy. So how you been? I want to see that.
I did actually like in the Children Need skit, Destination Cigaro.
Well, it was like
I did like that. Yes, it felt 10th Doctor, but it felt 10th Doctor with the experiences of.
And that's what I'm excited
Doctors.
to see. Actually, because
I thought that the way he said, the way he did that, and now I've got this whole face back again.
Yeah.
But and it's like, why have I got this face back again? I ask you, my new friend, why? That new friend thing feels very Jodie.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. There was something about him which was different.
That to me screams of how much David Tennant understands.
You've seen the trailer where he goes to the unit HQ thing. That's how.
Yeah, he's like,
really cool. Yeah, that's quite a 12th Doctor to me.
Yeah,
that's very Peter Capaldi. And obviously the 10th Doctor didn't really know Kate Lethbridge except for the 50th, but I like that.
I just think the way the bits that we've seen of him, where you see a bit of previous incarnation.
Yeah.
I think it just really screams David Tennant understands Doctor Who, and he understands Doctor Who fans.
Yeah.
He knows Doctor Who
fans. If
he
just come back as the 10th Doctor,
and it's also it's a balance because people want to see 10th Doctor.
Yes. But then
the Die-Hard
fans want to see both.
14th Doctor.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So it's a fine balance.
I love it how the first Doctor to come back with the same base is David Tennant. It's just it does suit his Doctor.
It really fits the.
It does. It fits the criteria.
It also really fits the curator where it's like you might find yourself.
Oh yeah. I love that.
But just the old favourite.
And you know what is interesting? The curator. Do you think that's related to the spin-off Tales of the TARDIS? Do you think that's related to that in any way? Like,
I don't think they thought about it.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
I definitely think it's.
I think in canon wise.
I mean,
I think maybe.
I think we could pretend.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. Well, I've always had this idea that Doctor Who, when it ends one day, it will end with this. This is what I do. Maybe.
Will it ever end?
Maybe if it ever ends.
I don't know if it
maybe
will
the
now.
Doctor. Yeah, he comes back, and he kind of splits into all these gets to live out the rest of his life in every incarnation. Makes sense. So there's there's 25 Doctors. He's each of them. So you've got Tom Baker as a curator. You've got Matt Smith as an older version of Matt Smith. They all just live out a human life happily ever after.
Have you?
Go on, you're gonna say there's somebody saying like this, or
no?
Have you read my mind?
No.
Or you're gonna say it's a stupid idea.
Have you seen the 60th and Christmas special leaks?
No, I don't want to know.
For audio listeners, I did the quotation marks.
I don't want to know though. I don't want to know what. It's not going to spoil anything, is it?
I don't know if it's happening. I don't know if it's real.
What?
It's a bit like how I keep seeing MCU leaks, and the state of the MCU is like Doctor Doom's going to replace Kang? Maybe.
I kind of lost it.
I don't know. Yeah, and it's same with Doctor Who. It's kind of like I don't know. I just don't know.
What Doctor Who's a mystery? It's a mysterious show.
Is this a good segue into Special 3, I guess, actually, because it's related to regeneration.
Were you talking about the 3 David Tennants on
no,
or the twin regeneration?
The split regeneration.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where apparently Shooty and Tennant were going to exist at the same time. To which, when I read this, I went, well, I don't like that. Because, and the reason I don't like it is you are undermining Shooty Gatwa.
Yeah. What isn't David Tennant the 14th
Can't we
Doctor
let him go?
Yeah. Well, the David Tennant's the 14th Doctor. But if it's a split regeneration, then
so the idea
Shooty
was
be
it
the
was going to
14th
be
Doctor as well. I don't like that.
So the idea was it was going to be a split regeneration. Shooty Gatwa was going to go off, and David Tennant and Catherine Tate were just going to go off, and they were just going to have adventures else. I was like, why though?
That's just
doesn't make any sense.
Have an ending.
And then that's when there was a fake poster for a leaked spin-off around that concept where it was going to be. This spin-off has a great name.
What? David Tennant and Catherine Tate go on adventures?
Yeah. It's that. So it's essentially another Doctor Who show.
Yeah.
It had this fake leak had the most brilliant title ever. If they were ever going to do anything like this is what you'd call it.
Yeah.
It's going to be called Doctor Who Partners in Time. I was like,
ooh,
in fairness.
That is cool. That's the first episode. And
in fairness, because I was like, in fairness, that is what you'd call it.
Yeah. But then,
don't do it.
No, don't overdo David Tennant.
Don't do it.
It's good he's come back.
Wheel him out.
But there's a short and
every
sweet,
10 years.
Short and sweet. Yeah.
Every 10 years, wheel him out. We'll have him
in a wheelchair as an old man. Yeah. I think this would be the last time he's in it.
I think he'll come back for the 70th.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe a little No, Matt Smith better come back for the 70th.
I think he'd be past his best. Bless him.
Yeah.
But because I think he's
52 now.
Yeah. Actually, no. Joe, what? No, I think he'll age well into his 60s.
He looks good for his age.
He's always said that he will come back until he can't do the running anymore.
I mean. But you don't need to be able to run.
No, but for him, I feel like that's quite a big thing.
True. Yeah, but they couldn't bring him back as.
I was actually watching.
They could bring him back as the 14th.
On my way to work this morning, I was watching. This is how nerdy I am. I was watching the audio commentary for The Stolen Earth and Journey's End.
Nice.
Not the episodes. The audio commentary. So I was not interested in knowing what the characters are saying.
Yeah.
I was more interested in knowing what the stories behind the scenes were. And one of the things that I always find really, really interesting, and I've known this for ages, but it's just something it's a really cool thing. That bit when David and Billy see each other again, and they do the run. The reason that run is so fast, is because they got a quad bike.
Oh,
and they mounted
the
camera to the quad bike.
I saw that,
and they just went to them both, just go
run
for
as
it.
far as you get. That's good though.
And I was like, you feel the raw emotion in that bit.
It's a bit kind of holding.
It's the only time I've actually genuinely cared about those two as dynamic.
That was brilliant.
Because
when they were actually together, it was just like.
Do you know what I think it is? It's the fact that he's then had Martha and Donna, and he works. He messed up Martha. Yeah, because he was not emotionally in the right place. For Martha.
But he treated Martha like.
But he absolutely nailed being the Doctor with a companion with Donna.
Oh yeah. I like
he nailed
the romance
his
scene. Yeah.
And it all comes from the writing. It's all just
That's what I kind of didn't like. With Clara, they were like, when Deep Breath, it was like, I'm not your boyfriend. She goes, I never thought you were. He's like, oh, well, I was like, no, don't go there. It was never there.
Yeah.
That was never a thing. You just made it a thing just because there's a guy and a girl. Like, no. They're not...
Just because of Matt Smith.
Yeah, just because you're
a Matt
sexy
Smith
doctor.
Half an hour ago.
I didn't like that.
I didn't like... I like the scene. I don't think it should have been in it.
No.
I liked... I like Matt Smith's cameo in Deep Breath.
I thought that was such a good idea. Like,
but I
don't
think they should have done it.
Really?
Because
I thought it worked really well.
And I've always felt like
it's a message to Clara, but it's a message to the audience.
Yeah,
well,
but it's almost like saying to the audience, we know you liked the previous Doctor, but but he's gone now.
Yeah,
it's a bit like.
I saw it as a message from Matt Smith saying, give him a chance, because Matt Smith started off on the back of David Tennant, where David Tennant was like, "Oh my god, I don't want to go in it." Everyone was like, "No, David, no!" And then Matt Smith came out and was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And he didn't get a chance. He didn't get any of that.
A little bit easier for Matt Smith though, because it was Moffat's first series of showrunner, and I still to this day think Series 5 is phenomenal.
True, but a lot of people didn't.
And
a lot of general public.
The 11th hour,
isn't good.
I still say. Now to this day, the 11th hour is the greatest opening episode.
Oh, 100%. That's
the greatest post-regeneration episode.
Yeah. I think that probably is my favourite episode, actually.
And then for me, for Doctor debut episodes, especially New Who, for me it goes 11th hour.
Yeah.
Then it goes Deep Breath.
I Christmas Invasion. I love that.
I
love Christmas Invasion.
He spends too long in bed.
Who are you? I don't know. I love that. I think it's really good.
He spends too long in bed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's cool. I
don't think the Doctor should spend too long in bed.
You know the song where it's like, well, I woke up today, and he's looking at himself in the mirror.
Song for 10.
Yeah, that's
an original song.
10. Yeah. And he's looking at the thing, and he's like, wow, I look good. And he comes in the.
I do like that TARDIS wardrobe.
Yeah, that's what I love that whole sequence. I like the sword fight for very like Third Doctor-y.
Yeah.
The dressing gown.
Well, yeah. Well, I like all the bits that the Doctor's present in.
Yeah.
He's just in bed for too long.
It did raise the stakes. Like the Doctor's not here. What are they going to do?
It's not Tennant's.
And it shows how important the Doctor is.
It's not Tennant's best Christmas special.
Oh no! It's not his best Christmas special, but I do like it.
I think his best Christmas special is a toss-up between the Runaway Bride and the Voyage of the Damned.
Voyage of the Damned is my favourite.
Actually,
no. Runaway Bride.
People hate on Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah,
I really like Voyage of the Damned.
Runaway Bride is more Christmassy. You're in London at Christmas. The classic. There's people. The themes of the trumpets. I never understood that though. Where did they come
Santa
from?
robots.
Yeah. Where do they come from? They're just they're just there. Like they never explain who they are. Like what I don't know. Kind of like the Silence. They just appeared out of nowhere, and it was like, why do they hate the Doctor so much? They're just like,
I like Voyage.
They just
I like Voyage of the Damned a lot. It's
silly. It's great. It's a great episode.
It's silly, but it is.
Well, then again, one of my favourite Christmas episodes, David Tennant's End of Time. I think it really got a Christmas feel to it. I love the Christmassy like.
Really.
End of the Time is one of my favourite episodes.
End of Time Part 1.
Part 2 is. Part 1 is not as good as Part 2. But Part 2 is basically the first one I ever watched.
You like Part 2 more than Part 1?
Yeah. The Time Lords are back. The Time Lords are back. There's a whole gun sequence with these like...
Are you having a laugh?
It's got its flaws, but I like it. I think it's a good watch. It's got some flaws, but I think it's a good watch.
Part 1, for me, take away the master, like, doing these dinner time.
Yeah, that's so funny.
That's weird.
I mean, the acting was good. John Sim, like, being a little...
Take that away.
Yeah.
The stuff with the Doctor, especially the stuff with Doctor and Wilf, great.
That's what I mean.
Really cool cliffhanger.
Although that's part 1. You're right. Yeah,
actually. Really cool cliffhanger.
Maybe I'm getting confused.
Where it ends with.
The Time Lords.
Timothy Dalton as Rassilon.
Yeah, he nailed that role. Like
part 2 though.
I mean, the Doctor's
falls off the rails.
The Doctor's death is great. He's like in the snow, and the Ooze like, your song is ending now. He's like, that acting from David Tennant is brilliant, and the music it just combines.
Joe, it's really funny.
Maybe it's just some scenes are good.
It's really funny. It must have rubbed off on me as a kid, because I think doing the whole companion lap thing now, when I watch it back, I go, like really, we've got to do this.
Yeah.
But it must have had an effect on me, because. And I'm gonna cut this out and add this into the episode after, because it won't come out before the Heart of Time comes out. But I did the same thing.
What?
I did a companion farewell tour.
Oh, sick! Nice.
I shouldn't have done. because I don't like it in the end.
So
I don't know why I did it.
But it works well.
But it must have rubbed off on me.
Honestly, I like the companion farewell thing. I think it worked really well. I think it was a nice little, like, you know...
Worked with Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
Worked with Martha.
But the fact he did it to all his companions.
It worked with Sarah Jane, Martha, Jack, Rose. Yeah. Did we really need to see the ancestor of the woman that he was going to marry when he was human?
On the... But then I feel like it was just a recap of Russell's era.
Well,
like, you know...
well, I think where it's come from, so, and again, this is from me watching the audio commentary.
Yeah.
They were going to... The Shadow Proclamation originally was going to be a sequence where there was going to be loads of aliens and it was going to be like a Hutu...
Slitheen.
Yeah, Slitheen, yeah. The Isolus from...
Yeah.
Everyone's favourite episode, Fear.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. Because I think that's where the bar sequence comes from.
Yeah.
Because the bar sequence has got like a half in it, it's got an adipose.
Yeah, that's a great conclusion, I think, to his era.
The other thing with that was they didn't know if they were going to be able to get the actress that plays Harriet Jones back. So they came up with backups of who could be in that role. One of which was the ancestor of the woman.
But I didn't like it was just the same actress. It was like, I don't know. Yeah, it works. It was a bit emotional, but it was just they didn't need it. They could have something else there.
The best part of the companion farewell tour is when he goes to Donna's wedding and he gives them the lottery number. Yeah, that's fine. And he went, I met this lovely man. Jeffrey Noble.
He's never mentioned, is he?
He's like, borrow a quid. He said, have that. Have that on me. That still gets me.
Yeah, I like that. That's a meme.
Bloody emotional. It's bloody emotional. I would like to know what happened to those winnings.
Yeah, so that's the thing we're going to find out. Like,
Will we?
They must be rich, right?
Are they?
Well, it's fair. It looked like they were just living in a standard house, actually. So I wonder what they did. I reckon it'd be like a casual, like...
I reckon they went on a mega holiday.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And they wasted it all on
something stupid. Yeah, it's true. But so, another thing, right?
Or she got a parking ticket.
That's true. But how does Donna remember the Doctor and she's not dead? What's your theory on that? How do you think that's going to work into it?
Wibbly wobbly timey one.
Oh yeah. Because they kind of done it in the end of time. Came back.
This is a good segue into the Giggle, right? Yeah. The Giggle, Neil Patrick Harris, toy maker.
Oh, brilliant casting.
Yeah,
I love him.
They've also said that he uses every acting ability he has, singing, dancing, magic.
Great.
I'm like,
it's gonna be so.
You said magic. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna see him do some magic. All right.
Okay.
Singing and dancing as well. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I've always said Doctor Who needs to get a bit musical.
Yeah, you're right. It does.
Give it a bit of a musical flair.
Yeah. I can just imagine it. Just the toy maker dancing along. Yeah. Everyone's good, like fighting each other, and the Doctor's just like, oh my god, this is a lunatic.
Yeah. So the synopsis is it's all to do with Stooky Bill, who is a puppet that was used for the very first TV broadcast, and it's this laughing puppet that has brainwashed the world.
Sounds good.
So it's obviously the toy maker's done that, and the synopsis ends with the Doctor has he faces a fight he cannot win. So that's intriguing, obviously.
That's like a Avengers Infinity War, he's lost.
So what I do love that they've made the toy maker basically like a Thanos without having to ever introduce him to modern audiences before. I think, and I mean that's why you get someone like Neil Patrick Harris, because you just know who that is.
Yeah, they keep using the Master too much. And now they need a new villain, that's a perfect choice. Like, I think,
who's also
a person who's
the toy maker,
as intelligent as the Doctor.
So I don't know if you know. How much do you know?
I know a bit about it. I know he's celestial being.
Yeah, how much do you know about William Hartnell's history with Doctor?
I watched a few clips. I know it left off on a cliffhanger where he was like, "Oh, he'll come back."
But do you know why William Hartnell got kind of booted off the show?
What, in real life?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he got ill.
Yeah. So he was, and they do a good job of this in that Doctor Drama Adventures in Space and Time.
Yeah.
They do a good job of showing that. He basically got to a point where he was getting ill and he was struggling to like learn his lines.
Yeah.
That was quite big and prevalent during the Celestial Toymaker story.
Oh,
and there's
really?
an entire episode where William Hartnell's not in it because he's like been trapped in the realm. And originally, when the Doctor was going to come back, he was going to have a different face. So originally, the Toymaker was behind regeneration.
Oh, okay.
It never happened.
Interesting.
But
okay, so
that was an original
their idea. Was going to be. Well, 'cause, I mean, was the Doctor originally a Time Lord in the first?
He was always a.
It was an alien. But he didn't know. Didn't have a name for him.
The Time Lord wasn't coined until the second Doctor.
Yeah. But so he could have been anything really.
Yeah.
What I thought, wasn't he originally in the very early on? It was just like a from the future to Earth. 50th century.
Yeah, there was a line. They cut that out.
Oh, they did. Okay,
because there was a line where it was.
Which is what they did with Peter Cushing.
Century.
He was a human.
And they cut it out, which is good. Cause
thank God for that. Yeah.
It's different for those Peter Cushing movies because
it's completely different.
But I think.
So you think?
I think first
Toymaker
of all,
can manipulate generation.
I think the Toymaker is behind the entire 60th.
Okay.
I've thought this for a long time.
Yeah.
I know.
So he's the reason 14.
Yeah, I know RTD is going to be like these are all individual episodes, but I think we're going to find out that the Toymaker was behind 13 changing to 14.
Yeah.
He was behind Beep the Meep becoming a thing.
Yeah.
He was behind the Wildly.
But why has he waited until now? Let's think about that. Because you've had so many Doctors.
I think.
Why has he waited till this?
You can either be really clever with it, or you could do the
he's just only just come back.
You could do the simplest thing, which is the Doctor regenerated outside of the TARDIS. So he became vulnerable.
Okay, yeah. So, as a Doctor regenerates outside
done.
Before, he has.
He has.
The Fourth Doctor.
Yeah, he has loads of times. But he hasn't...
That's it, no? It's the Fourth Doctor's only one, really.
He hasn't done in Modern Who.
True.
Which is why I think it's a weird thing of like...
No, he has. Trenzalore. He regenerated.
Oh no, but that wasn't a proper. That wasn't a proper regeneration.
Energy, yeah.
That was a new life cycle thing.
True. Oh, you're right. You can even say the 12th Doctor in Series 10 does a fake regeneration, but I guess it's not actual. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Or maybe.
I don't think they should do that.
Yeah.
I want to stress that a lot. I don't think they should be like. He didn't regenerate the TARDIS.
Got you outside the TARDIS.
So therefore he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think they should.
The thing, why is the Toymaker brought 10 back? Why 10? Why has he chose Donna?
The thing that I always like the idea of, I don't think this will be the case, just because of how standalone Russell keeps saying these episodes are.
Yeah.
I always like this idea of the Toymaker's behind it all, and it's like, if the Toymaker was a fan of Doctor Who, where he would bring one of the most beloved faces back.
Maybe he realised that that's the face of the most unfinished business and the most baggage.
Yeah.
And thought, well, I have a theory as well, like maybe something within Donna. Because obviously Donna is like half Time Lord technically, even though she's got all.
I think there might be something with Rose there as well.
Yeah,
she's got a child now.
Well, yeah, maybe Rose is like a bit Time Lord, and I reckon the part of Donna which is Time Lord has kind of like been alerted. But so the Toymaker's come back, whatever. He's been building his plan. He's been doing all of this, setting up things like the Master did in Series 3. All these little hints, and maybe that part of Donna or Rose has been like, oh, wait a second, and they're like, right, we need the Doctor back, and maybe because the Doctor and the Donna are actually connected technically. Yeah. Maybe when that same moment the Doctor was regenerating, Time Lord science regeneration thing, whether timey-wimey, 10's face come back because he got confused when he regenerated. I reckon it's something like that, and that's maybe why she's able to remember or be able to talk to the Doctor without dying. I don't know, or maybe throughout the whole special, she's slowly dying. So she's talking to the doctor, but maybe it's like slowly killing her, and that's why he's going, I don't know where to save you this time. I reckon that maybe saying, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see that actually. The
only thing I think with all of it really is, so we have had a trailer that's shown a brief flashback of series 4.
Yes.
With the mind wipe stuff. I think they, other than that element, they can't go too far back to that, because yes, diehard Doctor fans will know.
Yeah, she will.
Your general audience will not have a clue.
Yeah.
So I think whatever the explanation is, it has to be done in a way where it's accessible to a large audience. But at the same time, the large audience isn't gonna know difference between the 10th Doctor and the 14th Doctor.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I honestly don't know.
Maybe
how you approach it.
Maybe Donna's just gotten over it. Like maybe like the Time Lord in her is kind of.
It was like a hangover.
She
recovered from the hangover.
Yeah, very much. Maybe the Time Lord part of her has kind of adapted and learned to deal with. Maybe the Doctor was wrong. Maybe she can live without dying and still see it.
I mean, I don't think she'll die.
Or like
I know.
Yeah,
like,
maybe the obviously she's full of all this knowledge.
Yeah.
Maybe her mind has gone, okay, we can deal with this now.
I know there's been some talk about will she or won't she die. I don't think she'll die, and the reason I don't think she'll die is because you can't do all this to then just kill the character off. Because it's too definitive.
It's not like a nice ending, really.
But Russell has also said the ending is tragic.
For what? Giggle or
for Donna.
Oh, really?
So, like, if it is tragic for Donna, what is it then? If it's not death,
maybe it's.
Do they get trapped in another universe?
They've done that though.
They've done that.
It's not really. It's not tragic. They're still living.
Maybe Rose dies.
I don't think they do that. I don't think they bring. I don't know actually.
But you can't also just do. She loses all her memories again.
Yeah, they've done that. Maybe it'll be.
Because like losing her memories.
Martha Jones situation. She loses, like you said, the whole family. Maybe that's the. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Donna's trapped, or. That's the thing. It actually could be anything, and that's why I'm so excited. Cause I don't know anything. I have not got a Scooby.
It's so difficult to figure
out. It is, yeah. Because I reckon he's, I reckon Russell T Davies is just laughing at the minute. Everyone's serious. It's just like,
no, they haven't got a clue.
Yeah. That's why I love
look at all these suckers talking about my show.
Yeah. He's like, look at these dudes. Yeah, no. I've no idea. And it's just, I am clueless. We're both clueless. Let's just face that fact.
The only one that I feel most certain about is Starbase.
Yeah, first one. Yeah. I reckon so. The third one's just going to be absolutely insane. It's just going to be
very excited.
Very intense. Yeah. He's such
incredible.
I love how obviously he worked with Russell T Davies before, but I love he's a big actor.
Yeah.
He's come to this but this British show, which probably everyone else like, why are you going to Doctor Who? That's just so, you can do better than that.
It opens the door a lot.
Yeah.
We know that Ryan Gosling's a big fan of Doctor
Who. That's what I mean. Americans actually do like Doctor Who more than we realise, but mate, the future could be, well, not American, but...
Also, Miriam Margolyes is voicing Beat the Meat.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a good get.
Yeah.
I love... when she talks about it, I love that she was just like, I wanted to do something sci-fi, but I didn't want to do anything physical. I was like, you legend.
Nice.
Do a voice for Doctor Who.
Yeah. If you had to play any, aside from the Doctor, obviously,
right?
If you had to play any character in Doctor Who one day, what would it be? Alien, companion.
I mean, aside from the Doctor, easy, Master.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's fair. I'm giving as well.
Like,
okay, so
you're either gonna play the Doctor or the villain.
Okay, would you play what alien would you like to play?
Alien. Oh.
Yeah, like if you're playing an alien.
Well, not a Dalek or a Sandman, because I think
that's obviously, yeah.
Which is funny because they're very iconic.
Yeah, that's true. Tough one, isn't it? I mean, I want to say like a time, but then it's quite. I'd like to play. Monster. Yeah, I'd like to play as Zygon. They're quite cool. They're interesting. They got like you could be.
Right, you're gonna go. I'm gonna go Slovene.
Slovene.
Because.
Yeah, they're based in the same.
When I grew up with Series 1, I always thought the Slovene were. I mean, the fighting thing's funny.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah.
But
they could be done.
But I also thought the design of the Slovene was really cool, and I'm a man who likes a beer and a bit of food. Yeah. So I reckon I've got the weight to portray a Slovene in human form.
Yeah.
So I think I could pull it off.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I would. You know what? If Doctor Who's like, we want you to play a monster that's just gonna stand in the background of this scene for 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, yeah.
I'll do it in 100%. A heartbeat.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Even if you can't recognise me with all the prosthetics, I'll go to people.
That's me.
That's me. And they're like, are you sure?
You'd hold a Comic-Con convention and be like, oh yeah, I was in
that's me.
That's a little thing. That's brilliant. Fair. Oh yeah, obviously the Master. Obviously, that's
if it's not the Doctor, it's the Master. Right?
Yeah, complex character, isn't it? Yeah.
Or
I just like to play a time.
If it's not them, Rassilon and
Mega.
Yeah. Like, I'll play any of the other big Time Lords.
Which is just another.
I'd play a male version of the Rani.
Yeah, Romana.
Yeah, male version of Romana. Yeah, she's in E-Space.
Did she get killed in the time?
No. Last version.
Canon. I mean,
in live action, she's in E-Space.
Oh, okay.
In audio, she might be on Gallifrey.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I can't remember how. So E-Space is like another universe.
Oh, like pocket. Parallel universe.
Yeah. It's a fourth Doctor thing.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
The fourth Doctor got very weird in the end of his run.
Yeah, I did see. Yeah. It's a different direction, isn't it? Yeah.
A bit of E-Space, bit of Keys.
I didn't like his final costume, the red.
No,
I didn't like. I wasn't a fan of that. They kind of. Yeah, I don't know what they're going for.
That. Need that classic scarf.
Yeah. Do you think? When David Tennant regenerates into the Shooty Gabba,
I hope it's a normal regeneration.
Yeah, do you think Shooty's going to be in Tennant's clothes?
I mean, it's not going to be a normal regeneration though.
Well, actually, no, you've seen it.
The thing that makes me think it's not going to be a normal regeneration is because of what we've seen of Shooty. What we've seen of Shooty is so little and left field. Can someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, where do you think that's going to?
That's a fake background.
Oh yeah, that is kind of cheeky of them to do that though. But I kind of get
very Marvel.
Yeah, very Marvel. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And the only other shot we've seen of him is at the end of that full trailer, where he's quite clearly wearing his costume.
Yeah. He's opening his eyes, smiling. Yeah.
But where on earth is he?
Oh wow. Is it
one of those things
like, the idents or the trailers where it's not actually part of an episode, but you had it for Matt Smith where he's lying on the ground with Amy Pond and they suddenly go exploding into this vortex, David Tennant does the same thing, and
he'll definitely be in it.
Yeah. 100% he's going to be. Yeah. Well, Tennant said he'd done a scene with him.
Yeah. So there's a lot of theories going around that it would be something akin to The Edge. So
I don't think they would do that because it's been done.
But it's a cool established.
Yeah, it's an established thing.
Again, I'm gonna cut this out, but I did that.
Of course. Oh, great. You're hypocrite.
So
yeah.
Oh, because I thought it was a cool concept.
Yeah.
I added it in.
Yeah,
it wasn't in the original script. I wrote a new scene. Just because I liked how cool it was.
Great. You hypocrite, mate. Hypocrite. Yeah.
I mean,
I think it'll either be in The Edge or it's something that reveals the plot. So
yeah,
maybe it's episode 2. Maybe it's something we should not be able to see. We shouldn't.
God, if he shows up in episode 2, I'll be shocked. I'll actually be genuinely shocked.
I mean, the audience already knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, but I will actually be so shocked because it's very much billed as these 3 specials are tenants.
Yeah, true.
So if he shows up before special 3, I'll be so surprised.
Yeah. Episode 3 you'll be in it, I guess. Makes sense. Well, we know he's going to be in it at the end anyway, because hopefully they will generate into it. But how cool would it be if the Christmas special starts off with David Tennant regenerating into the Shooty Yellow?
I don't think it will.
You think? No.
No, I think the Christmas special will start with just Shooty.
Yeah.
Because the Christmas special is going to be, this is the beginning.
The soft reboot. Yeah, you're right.
Because they're also there was the whole thing of they're doing the numbering again. It's going to be season 1, not season 14.
I don't understand that.
I don't care.
I mean,
it's my thing on it is like I'm just happy to have Doctor Who.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I like it though. It's just showing how long it's been going for.
Initially,
series.
when
I guess it would
initially
be
when
too much.
I heard that, I was a little bit like, it doesn't feel like New Who's ended though.
No, it's not. Well, it's a continuation of they're bringing back recurring characters. Kate Stewart, what's her name? Mel
Bush.
Yeah, Mel Bush. They're bringing back.
Mel Bush is from Classic Who.
Yeah.
Kate's from New Who. So
I
do think this is a new era.
Yeah.
And I think that the best term for it that I've heard people say, and it's the one that I think is most logical. And I've heard some people go, "Oh, well, I guess it's New Who or it's Disney Who."
No, it's just.
And it's like the best.
It's like series 5.
Name for it is this is the Whoniverse era.
Yes.
This is the era where it's Disneyified, but you don't refer to it as the era.
But it's not Disneyfied at the same time. It's still BBC.
You refer to it as the Whoniverse era.
Yeah.
Because that's the branding.
I like that. Actually.
So you have Classic Who, New Who, the Whoniverse.
Yes. Yeah, modern Who.
Yeah.
New Who. New Who is a nice ring to it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Do you think on BBC iPlayer it will be, classic?
Well, they did. They did for a bit. Like Classic Who's listed as 1963 to 1989.
Yeah.
And when it first launched, and this caused people to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
New Who was this 2005 to 2022.
Ooh.
And it made people freak out.
Okay.
Then they
changed. Did they change it?
Then they changed it.
Okay.
I think that's because they weren't supposed to do that yet.
To be fair, it'd be a nice ending to New Who if David Tennant ended it.
But now, the trailer for the 60th comes under, you'll see a thing that says Doctor Who 2023 and then just with a hyphen.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think the special should be part of New Who.
So do I.
It should be in because that's a nice ending. Huh?
Oh yeah, it should be the bookend.
Yeah, that's a nice ending to the modern. Yeah, it's
the most but I suppose you can't do that because it's not part of Chibnall's era.
Yeah, but I don't want Chibnall to end on yeah, I
it's
guess,
part, and the specials are part of RTD too.
True. Yeah. True. Well, we can be part of both. Maybe that's RD22, and then
unless you just go
RD. Yeah, 3 is.
Unless you just have Doctor Who 60th specials.
Yeah, that's what I think
you
should do.
Put them as their own.
It was like series 4 though in special. It's technically part. Yeah, I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see. How do you think he's gonna what do you think his last line is gonna be, David Tennant? Because obviously he said I don't want to go last time, and there's been a lot of theory saying he's gonna say I'm ready to go, but I don't think Russell's gonna go with what people were speculated. I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's going to say something like, I'm ready to go.
You think?
Yeah.
That's a bit cliche, though. Someone knows it. It would work perfectly, actually, though. It would work. It is art, because the Doctor...
I think Russ is going to have that moment of, he probably fucked up Matt Smith's...
True. Yeah.
Start.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so,
he did a bit. Everyone
so he's not going to want to do the
yeah.
same thing for a Doctor that he's writing for?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, maybe. He just doesn't have a last line. Well, you have to actually technically. What I'm saying.
I don't think he'll have a speech.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe it's just Maybe it's just
I think it'll be something like I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
If it's not I'm ready to go.
Let's
I think it's just gonna be I'm ready.
Yeah.
And he regenerates.
Or maybe it's just I do want to go. Maybe he's eager to regenerate. Maybe he's in such suffering in his body.
Never had an ego.
Yeah, maybe. Why not? Yeah, that'd be interesting. And then Shooty's first word would be, I don't know. I mean, it's saying excited. Yeah, hello. Oh, Yeah,
I'm the Doctor.
Yeah.
See you at Christmas.
I'm so I'm so interested to see his Doctor though. I reckon it'd be such an interesting. It was
before we wrap up. I just remembered something that I read it in a review.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
Go
on. And I want to know how that works. Apparently, the Star Beast opens with David Tennant and Catherine Tate addressing the audience.
What?
Yeah.
Like, as in breaking the fourth wall, as themselves, or
as the Doctor and Donna.
Yeah.
So
why would they do that?
But I'm wondering if it's going to be a thing like they recap how Series 4 ended.
What, like Tales of the TARDIS?
Yes. So
do you reckon?
So it'd be like Doctor goes, you know, like how we've heard him say to new character who I think is called Shirley Ann Bingham, or that might be the actor's name.
The one in the wheelchair.
The one in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he says like, I had this friend.
What?
Don't know. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this supposed addressing the audience breaking.
I thought it started with him appearing in Camden at the time.
Well, that's what I thought the opening shot was going to be. But
how would that make sense if they're looking at the camera?
How weird would it be?
I mean, maybe that's explained later.
Have you ever seen the Series 6 title sequence for America?
Which one? The very first episode.
So for Series 6 in America, they had this title sequence where Karen Gillan recapped Series 5.
As Amy Pond, or as Karen Gillan?
As Amy Pond. And she recapped it.
That just doesn't
she
make sense.
She recapped it overlaid to just like the
okay,
the
are they talking
vortex.
to someone, or are they talking to the audience?
I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
But she says this thing like, my name's Amy Pond. When I was blah blah blah, I had an imaginary friend.
Oh yeah, but that's I guess.
And like we didn't have that, but they had that in America. And I'm now wondering.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that on
I'm.
Where I've seen. I feel like I've seen that on an episode of Series 6. But it's
really
not on BBC I have a memory of that.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
She does that, and then the title sequence plays.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is. That literally
is.
So
weird.
Yeah. I've seen that. I can't remember where I've seen that.
The weirder one is when there's a scene before the titles, because they'll do the scene and then they'll do the recap.
That's a very American thing to do, though. That's
so bizarre.
So do you reckon it'd be like that?
Yeah, that's what I think it might be.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I can think of that fits that.
That's not very Doctor Who to do that, though. I feel like they just go straight into it and then explain it within dialogue. Like, I don't know.
I am now anticipating.
How do you think they're going to meet Doctor and Donna? How do you think they're going to? What's the reunion going to be like?
Well, I know.
Oh, you know, don't say that.
Because I saw the film it can.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know exactly how it. What exactly? How do you know it's the first reunion?
Because he goes over to a woman that's struggling with boxes. He takes the boxes off the top, it's Donna, and then he puts the boxes back on.
Oh damn! Well, that's no, I know that happens. Oh, okay. I thought it'd be a bit more.
I don't know what any of the dialogue is.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
I've seen him take the boxes off, see that it's Donna, and put the boxes back on. Very comedic, naturally.
Nice.
That was shot at night time.
Oh.
I was at Camden for like 7 hours.
Of course you.
I taught all day.
I should have done this.
Went to Camden. Stayed there for about 7 hours.
Yeah.
I watched them leave and come back. Like I watched David Tennant, Catherine Tate leave and come back for a night shift.
You just saw them there. That's nice.
And then I went home, went to sleep, and somehow slept for 3 hours, and then got up and went to work again, as if none of that had happened.
You'd probably say buzzed from there.
Wild.
Yeah.
I was wearing my 12th Doctor coat and everything.
They probably saw you in the corner of their eye, like, look at this nerd.
I was wearing a silver tie as well.
Oh, cool.
Squared off tie.
Oh, right. So yeah. Mad.
Like a dressed appropriate.
That's crazy back then. We didn't know that he was the 14th Doctor. Well, obviously there was theories, but
yeah.
we kind of thought it might be like an alternate version of the.
Yeah, there was a lot of like
Crisis
it's a multiverse thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Alternate version of the 10th Doctor, or the Metacrisis Doctor, or the Valiard, or
yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. We were actually clueless about it. That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, what about that? I remember seeing the photos. Like,
we didn't actually know until Power of the Doctor aired.
Yeah, literally, yeah. There was no confirmation. That's crazy.
Do you know what's really cool? If you watch the
times.
Power of the Doctor audio commentary, it stops at the start of Jodie's regeneration.
Oh, cool.
And it just ends with Jodie and Chris. It's Jodie, Chris, and Mandip.
Yeah.
And Jodie and Chris know what happens.
Oh.
And Mandip doesn't, so they're just like teasing her at the end. It's really funny.
That's great.
Don't do audio commentary is so good.
Did you see that coming? Did you know he was coming back?
I
thought they weren't going to go with that route.
Going into it,
I
was like, it has to be Shooty or Tennant.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Now the thing is, Tennant specials are coming before Shooty. So to me, it was always like it would make more sense.
Yeah.
For it to be Tennant.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know for sure. Like I no way of knowing for sure.
Yeah.
And I would be lying if I didn't say that I freaked out.
Oh, I was I was like, what? Yeah, I knew. I mean, I kind of knew.
And prior to that, the only time I'd freaked out at Doctor Who in recent memory was when Jack came back, and that ended up being nothing. But I freaked out.
That was such a flop.
His entry, I paused it.
Yeah.
Ran upstairs.
To
tell my mum, who did not care.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't recognize his voice when it was speaking in the speaker. I was like, who's this? And then he came out. I was like, oh my god.
Absolutely.
No, yeah.
Blew me away.
I was like, okay, the Doctor Who's getting good now.
Yeah.
Well.
Damn.
Series 12.
Shouldn't have talked about the Lone Sidemen and not shown up.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why he just
a lot of
mentioned that and then dipped and just did. And the Lone Side. What even was the Lone Side?
We'll have to rank Modern Who at some point.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Series, because I've got a lot to say.
Oh, so have I. Yes. I mean, yeah.
There's a lot there.
Yeah. There was a lot. Strong opinions.
We have been going for quite a while.
I know, I was just thinking that. We should probably
and we had another one to record.
Yeah, God, yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah. So, all in all, the 3 specials, we actually are very clueless. I'm very clueless. And I like that. I like that we're clueless, you know?
For the end of the video, I'm going to put my new 14th Doctor spectacles.
Oh, that's what he wears. You know. One thing as well, actually. Why do you think the clothes regenerated? Do you think that's just because he wanted to do it and Russell T wanted to make that happen? Or do you think that's an in-universe explanation because of the toy maker?
I hope there's an in-universe.
Yeah, I really hope there is. Because I know the first Doctor regenerated.
Because his reason for not doing it...
Yeah, is because of the drag. And
yeah, and I don't totally agree with
No, neither. Because literally in the episode you had Sacha Dhawan, say name, in Jodie's outfit, which, like,
it's a bit. I don't want to get too into it. But it's a bit like why I don't totally agree with what he said about the Davros stuff.
See, I mean, I liked how we saw Davros as.
I don't care. Ultimately, I don't care.
But I don't think Davros is evil because he's in a wheelchair. I mean, he's not really bullshit. He's half Dalek.
And also,
he's so corrupt. He turned himself to a Dalek.
He actually didn't need to say anything because I would have just assumed it was
same. Yeah. Like, I get it, but I just
I do think it's, and I'm shocked because Rusty Davies is usually very good with how he says things, and it's just the way some of the things that he said have come across recently have been a little bit like poor choice of words.
Yeah. I agree, but I like seeing Davros before he was in
the fact that it was Julian Bleach.
That was great. I think that was incredible.
I heard his voice and was like, that's insane.
Because I've always wondered what he looked like before.
And also, Mr. Castavillian. what a great name.
Oh, yeah.
When he calls it, he says that's his name. So catchy.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I actually enjoyed that.
It was a great mini-sode,
But yeah, the clothes, I think it's just... Cool. It's got to be the Twin Maker. It has to be. There's no other reason. I don't know. They're better explaining.
There's got to be something.
They can't just go, yeah. how's my guy just got a full costume?
They said they're going to explain the face, so...
Oh, yeah, so there must be connected to the face, yeah. Anyway, I'm very, very excited to see there's so many questions and so many answers to be revealed, which is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're having a great time.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah, next few weeks is going to be greatest few weeks of my life.
Yeah.
It will.
We hope you've enjoyed.
Yes. This. Yeah. Thank you.
I may split this into two.
Yes, I realise
depending on
very long.
depending on what it's like in the edit. Which if we do, we're going to record a very generic outro.
Yes.
That I can use for both.
We've got a lot. We've got a lot to say. That's what it is. We're very passionate about Doctor Who. And we hope you guys are as passionate as we are.
But we hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, this is the Whovian Society. It's going to be available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all your podcast streaming apps of choice. There'll be a video version on YouTube. So
keep your eyes peeled for more.
Spread it wide.
Share it.
Spread it
wide.
Spread it wide.
Spread it worldwide.
Got a friend that likes Doctor Who. Shove it in their face.
And if you haven't watched Doctor Who before, go and watch it.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, and then
it's all on iPlayer. Like
you'll understand what we're saying.
If you pay the TV license, you got it for free. So.
Exactly. No, you can't not.
And if you don't have the TV license, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, no,
you
don't need to call that.
I'm not condoning it.
But it is worth it. It is worth it. If not, just stream it online.
And if you're anywhere other than the UK, there are places. Wink, wink.
He knows. Black Market.
Black Market Jones is what they call me. No one calls it that.
But yeah,
Black Market Jones.
God. But yeah, we'll do another podcast after the specials are out, talking about whether we were right. And we'll do one. We'll do one little review kind of thing.
We'll do one before the church on Ruby Road.
Yes.
So one before
Christmas.
100%. Because then we'll do one in the new year post Christmas.
And we're also going to do one about our favourite Doctor Who moments.
We don't know how frequent these are going to come out.
Yeah, it's just we
haven't decided.
It's a very spontaneous podcast, but
So
yeah.
Watch this space.
Yes, watch. Oh, I like that. Very good. Very good. Yes. Oh yeah. Well, this has been.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, it's been.
This
Charley
is the Whovian Society.
The Whovian Society.
A Doctor Who podcast.
That's it. Right. See you later, guys.